find the good value paintings, win them from auction, steal from other players, do whatever necessary as potatoes in Mashterworks.
And today we'll be teaching you how to play Mashterworks, game designed by Ernesto Escobar and Elijah Choklin and published by Fanaticus XR.
And hello everyone, it's Stella.
And Tarrant from Meeple University.
Alright, let's get to the classroom.
It's time for the Great Potato Art Auction. Many potato Mashterworks are going to be auctioned off, and players will use the cards in their hand either to bid on those works, or to take underhanded actions to improve their worth, or snatch the best value from their opponents. But be warned, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and only the owner of a work knows its true value. Whoever accumulates the highest valued gallery of art will be the winner. Mashterworks has 3 decks of cards: the gallery cards, action cards, and value cards. The gallery cards are the potato-inspired works of art which you'll be bidding on through the game. Although they all depict different works of art, they're all functionally the same for the purposes of the game. Deal 1 artwork to each player, and then make a pile of 10 more in the centre of the table, returning the rest to the box. You can also choose to play a short game of 5 paintings or a long game of 15. Shuffle the value cards and then deal 1 face down below each painting. You can look at the card below your own painting, but don't show it to any other players, or look at any of the other cards. Shuffle the deck of action cards and deal 5 cards face down to each player. Keep room for a discard pile for each of the action and value cards. Keep the gavel nearby for auctions. Choose a first player and you're now ready to play. Mashterworks is played in turns, starting from the first player and going clockwise around the table. On your turn, you'll take one of 3 actions. You can play an action card, draw an action card, or start a gallery auction. You'll end your turn by drawing 2 action cards from the deck up to a maximum of 5. To play an action card, choose an action card from your hand and resolve its printed text effect. In most cases, you'll then discard the card. If there is no special icon in the top left corner, then nothing else happens. If the card is a fast effect indicated by these arrows, then after finishing the card, you may play another action card from your hand, and you may keep doing this as long as you play fast cards. And if you play a modifier card, which is indicated by this paintbrush icon, then you don't play it to the discard pile. Instead, you play it face up to any painting in play. This will stay with that painting forever unless a specific other effect discards it, and all players can freely look at the face-up cards which have been played to any given painting. Modifiers tend to increase or decrease the value of paintings, and you can freely play one to your own painting or to one belonging to another player. The second option on your turn is to draw a card. You won't often do this because you draw 2 cards at the end of each of your turns, but if you are very short on cards, you can take this action. You cannot draw above 5 cards in hand. The third action is to start a gallery auction. Take the gavel as the auctioneer when you take this action, and reveal the next painting from the deck. This is the painting which is up for auction. Draw and secretly look at 1 value card as the auctioneer. You're the only player who knows the true value of this painting. Then you must place a starting bid by discarding any 1 card from your hand and bidding the amount shown in the top left corner. This would represent a bid of $4 million. Do note, this card is both your starting bid and the cost to take this action. You won't get this card back even if you lose the auction. All players may now place bids for this painting in any order. It is a free auction. You can bid any amount, but bear in mind that if you win, to claim the painting, you'll need to have at least that value of cards in your hand, because you'll be paying using those cards. The auctioneer can freely bid as well as the other players. Once everyone's finished, the auctioneer will say going once, going twice, and sold, and the winning bidder pays and takes the painting. You can pay the exact amount that you bid, or you can choose to overpay if you wish to hang on to the action cards that you want. If the winner was not the auctioneer, then the cost of the painting is paid into the hand of the auctioneer. The winner takes the painting and may now look secretly at its true value. If the auctioneer wins the bid, then the auctioneer's payment is paid to the discard pile and includes the value on the card already discarded. So had the auctioneer bid 14 here, they would need to discard only an additional 10 to claim the painting. To finish your turn, draw 2 cards, or up until you have 5 cards in hand, whichever comes first. If the draw deck is ever empty, then reshuffle the discard pile into a new draw deck. Be aware this 5-card hand limit applies at all times. If you're paid a number of cards during an auction which brings your hand above 5, then at the end of your turn you must discard down to 5. The game end is triggered once the last painting in the gallery deck has been auctioned off. All players, including the final auctioneer, get one more turn during which the start gallery auction action is no longer available. Then count up final scores. Players reveal all of their value cards and add up their total value scored, applying any modifier cards that were played. Do note that the value cards range from -5 to +10, with the most frequent numbers falling between 3 and 8. The player with the highest score wins. If tied, whoever has the single highest value painting will break the tie, and if still tied, victory is shared. Before finishing, I'll take you through some of the kinds of action cards you'll see in the game. Cards like Damage, Fancify or Double will modify the final value of the paintings they're associated with. Cards like Bracket and Restore allow the value cards themselves to be added or modified. This means there can be a discard pile of value cards, and this too will be shuffled into the draw deck if the deck ever runs empty. If there are no value cards left in either the draw deck or the discard pile because they're all on paintings, this is another trigger for the end of the game. There are cards which allow for the stealing or exchanging of paintings among players. If you receive a painting from one of these effects, remember you always get to look at your own painting's value cards. There are cards which will let you look at some of the face-down value cards. Some cards will affect the action cards in players' hands. One card which can occur is the private auction. Whoever plays this card chooses any painting in play belonging to any player to put up for auction. Whoever played the card has made the starting bid, which is equal to the cash value on that private auction card. But it's the player who owns the painting who will become the auctioneer, which means it's that player who will be paid when the painting is purchased, unless they purchase it themselves, in which case they'll pay the discard pile. Finally, during another player's turn, you can play a stop card to interrupt their current action and end their turn. Stops can be cancelled with other stops. And that's how to play Mashterworks.
Thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, let me know and share this video if you enjoyed, and hope you have a wonderful day. See you next time.